I'd love to say that was intentionally timed, but this time it actually was intentionally timed. Look at me actually being on top of things for once. Welcome to Stream 4 of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. In our previous streams, we have we have gone through pretty much just the story. Because in the first episode, we went through the start of the game through securing Din's Pearl. Then the next stream, we went through collecting Fror's Pearl and Nehru's Pearl. And the stream after that, we went through the Tower of the Gods. And while not technically required, we did a bunch of stuff that's going to make getting around the world faster, picking up the Swift Sail, and also getting the warps from Cyclos. So, if you are looking for plot/story-driven, yeah, you can tell this has been on for a little bit, because I actually prepared. If you're looking for story-driven stuff, this is not going to be the stream for you. This is very much a chill stream this time, hence the title. But we're going to be going around and picking up all the things on my pages of notes that we could have gotten by this point, but have not. And the page of notes that I have, which is actually closer to a page and a half, none of that includes usage of the bow, I don't believe. Maybe it does, but I don't think it does, and so there's going to be even more than that, but I'm going to try to knock out as much as I can in this one go. So we'll have one stream that's a lot of side questing stuff, and maybe one more towards the end of the game, but I'm going to try to avoid it as best I can. That being said, it is part of the game, so, you know, what are you going to do? Let's unplug it off the charging station, the gamepad that is, and hop right in. Alright, so let's take a look and see what we've got here. We've got a pretty good amount of stuff. The first thing that I want to do is check and see if there's anything on Windfall. I've not checked up on the whole thing with, and yeah, there's nothing else on Windfall other than that pick-to-box side quest. But still not quite sure what problem I'm having there in particular. So we're going to skip that for now and move on to something else. Oops. Now again, this is going to be a lot of picking up a bunch of junk, and as you can see, I do also need to fill in the map, so that will be on my my to-do list as well. Actually, I don't need to use that that song. Where we're headed is pretty close nearby. We are headed the complete opposite. We're headed south. Let me make sure my notes are right here. Because I might be looking at the wrong thing. Which I was. And we actually may not have that part of the map in yet. I'm going to guess it's probably that, though. So instead, we're going to go Southwest. Everyone's favorite airline. Now you get to see the speed difference in the fast sail. It is quite phenomenal. And if that didn't convince you enough to pick it up, one of the things you can do while using it is if you turn, you'll notice the wind direction also changes. It is extremely nice. If you miss something by accident, you don't have to play the command melody to switch the wind direction around or be stuck on cruise control in order to get it. It will automatically move. This thing is a godsend. This is hands down the best thing about Wind Waker HD is being able to get this sail. There's some other really good stuff, for example, being able to only have to see the cutscenes for playing the songs once, but this is still probably a little bit better. I'm actually going to pause and put some bait in my bag since I don't have this square. I'm going to switch to the normal one as well, because this is actually not the island I was planning on going to, but we do need to fill this one in, so let's go ahead and do that. In fact, aside from the first thing I want to grab, filling in the map is probably going to be the next thing we do, because it'll make it a lot easier to locate things. So yeah, there's a little hint about Tingle of how he doesn't grow up and act his age, same as Majora's Mask, but this game he is a very good expert of maps. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stick with going south and go ahead and get these 2 squares. The 2 squares to the south of us are not on our map, and then there is the 2 squares north of the Tower of the Gods are also not on our map. But aside from that, the only thing we're missing is the outside perimeter, so I can literally just sail that perimeter and make things go by a lot quicker. I'm going to skip grabbing stuff for now, because I do have stuff on a list, and if it's already on that list, then there's no point in picking it up now when we're probably going to get it later. Oh, having the sail is wonderful. And here's your bait. I know that in some cases the warps could still be faster, but for right now I am more than content to use the sail. This, of course, is the One-Eye Reef, or Cyclops Reef. Since I mentioned that was next to Six-Eye. Yeah, so when you open a treasure chart, the light will shine even brighter than it would normally, so you know that it's going to be beyond the 50 rupee chests that I've been picking up. So that means the spot I'm looking for is definitely north of the Tower of the Gods, because this is too far south to be the spot I'm looking for. Is that the... No, that's not Private Oasis. We already got Private Oasis. What is this one? I don't recognize it. Yeah, I don't recognize that at all. That's not anything we can do with. We can't get that without an item we'll pick up later in the story. I don't actually remember this island. Oh, I'll bet it's Headstone Island, unless that's like where you get the one of the dungeons. It's probably called Headstone Island, but I could be wrong about that. Nope, Stone Watcher Island, close. Stone was in fact involved. Yeah, I know, my arms are skinny, but I'm 10 years old, so I don't really care about that kind of thing yet. I don't need to impress all the ladies. Oh wait, that's not the right song. My mistake. It's so nice that they actually just have on the gamepad the songs, because I completely blanked on the song I wanted to use. Yeah, also, this is what our map looks like currently, so I'm going to fill in those 2 squares, and then after I pick up what I need, we'll just go around the perimeter. I'll probably teleport to Mother and Child Isle, or not Mother and Child Isles, because that teleport doesn't work for what we're trying to do. I'll probably teleport to Outset, and then we'll just go around in a big circle. But till then, let's go to Tower of the Gods. There's always this weird wind current thing if you try to actually sail into the Tower of the Gods. There we go. Hopefully everybody's been doing well through the, I guess at this point it's pretty much the midway of the school week or university week. I got the big crunching stuff out of the way. I got nothing due for tomorrow, and only one thing due for the day after, but I do have work in the morning. But I did want something for a nice little change of pace. I apologize if this seems like it's going on longer than Pokemon XD, but this game is quite a bit longer than Pokemon XD, and we will be doing that later in the week. And that was the island I was looking for that I just sailed past. I need to check and do the math and see if I got enough bait to get all the remaining spots. I don't think I do, actually. But if we're going to work to Outset, then it's no big deal. Because we can just pick some up there. What was up with the boat there? this should be... Indeed. No, that's Eastern? What? Then I should have it on my map, right? What I'm looking for? Oh, unless it's on, like, the very top. Yeah, it probably is, actually. In fact, I'm almost certain it is. I was looking for Northern Fairy Island, as you probably figured out by now. But of course, because I'm a doof and didn't realize it, you know, I could go ahead and pick up what's here right now. What is on Eastern Fairy Island for the collectible? Pretty sure it's going to be on here, if I had to guess. Actually, I don't see anything for Eastern Fairy Island. That's odd. Oh, no, there it is. There we go. I see it now. So we have 11 pieces of bait left. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably not going to be enough. I think the map's got too many pieces missing from it. Let me check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, definitely. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have 21, so yeah, I'm going to have to get more bait for sure. Thankfully, I'm being smart and using a Word document rather than, well, using the Word document rather than the printed out version of it, so you don't have to hear me scratching around on paper. I can just backspace and save over as necessary. When we collect something like this, you can now carry more bombs. You can carry a maximum of 99. Why the heck you would need 99 bombs? I don't really know, but you can do that if you want. It's a thing, for whatever reason. This game and Twilight Princess have a really bad habit of making your upgrades almost too powerful in terms of just how many you can carry of an item. Like 100 arrows? Are you serious? That's a crap ton. Let's go ahead and grab one of these, because I don't think we've gotten this item in our spoils bag yet, and I believe it's the only one we have not gotten. The Blue Chew Jelly. Deep Thin Blue Chew Chews is a gelatinous essence that's said to be a magical cure-all, but unfortunately it can't be used in its current form. Yeah, so we talked about this last stream. Oh no, I'm actually missing joy pendants from the bag, but that's because I gave them all away. We talked about this last stream and the fact that it was kind of stupid, because you can get 10 of those jellies from the chews that are around the world, and then take them to Windfall and sell them along. You can get them traded in for a blue potion. The problem is you can also go to Windfall and not have the chew jellies and pay just 60 rupees to get the blue potion, or you could just take some of the Boko Baba seeds to Forest Haven and also trade them in for blue potion. There's a lot of ways to get blue potion, and grinding for the chew jelly is not the best one. I could say one or the other for the other two, but not so much for this one. Okay, am I blind here, or am I just not seeing him? Seagull. I need it to not be nighttime so I can actually see the dude. Oh, there we are. Now, we have been here before, but the first time you come here, you can't get this matfish, because while you would possibly have the bait, you would not have talked to this dude yet. He only shows up after you've completed Dragon Roost Island, or Dragon Roost Cavern, rather. So no getting that till later. And it won't let you sail back there after you've completed Dragon Roost, because it's going to send you to Forest Haven. Alright, so let me do really quick math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 left, and in our bag we've got 369. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get this without buying more bait, and even if we buy it now, we'll have to get more again. So what's probably the best is if I go ahead and try to find Northern Fair Island, which I'm certain is going to be on one of these top spaces, and empty out as much bait as I can, maybe just get everything on this top row. I should have grabbed that red rupee, but I was busy scratching my arm. And then once we filled, gotten rid of enough bait, we can just buy more and won't have to do it a second time. There he is, that crazy fool. We'll be coming back up to a lot of these islands in the stream. A lot of these are just stuff you wouldn't be able to get earlier, or I didn't think to, or something. But this should be Crescent Moon? It might just be called Crescent Isle. Either way. I'm going to assume Northern Fair Island is like one to the west of here. So yeah, that's like, you know, the ghost ship is here on certain nights. This obviously, the Fair Island, this is the entrance to one of the two temples in the game. Yikes, those trees have seen better days. There you are. I don't understand how I keep missing them so easily. I think they'd be easy to spot, but apparently not. Though during sometimes the night, it's actually easier to spot them than sometimes during the day. I think it's more of that, like, first light / twilight. If it's, like, right about to switch between the two, that's the time it's usually the hardest to spot them. Yeah, so that's a Gale Isle. We'll come back there later. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that, but thanks. Or at least not right now. Now, if I remember correctly, the next place it does want to send us is Forsaken Fortress, so I'm going to make sure not to travel that square, because it might actually get us stuck if we do. But this does appear to be Northern Fair Island, which is good, because that's what I wanted. See the fish this time. Nope, just saw him. Just ran past him. Ugh, much clearing of the thoot today. I don't know about everybody else, but we've had like several days here in a row where it started off like really overcast and nice, and it was about 70, 75 degrees, and then by the time it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the clouds are near or completely gone, and it's like 80 and slightly humid, and it's just gross. There you are. I was wondering where that stupid butt was. That butt land. So yeah, let's talk about the magic armor you can get on Windfall. We're not going to do that in this stream, though, because that's a pretty dang long quest. The magic armor is kind of cool, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's going to take a while to get. Did we already go in here? There was like nothing blocking the door there. That concerns me. Could I have gotten this like way earlier? Hopefully you're going to give me what I'm looking for, because if not, I'm not sure where it is. Could you seriously pick this up, like, really early by comparison to what I thought? I guess so, because now we've got the final wallet of the game. You can hold up to 5,000 rupees. That was the reason I wanted to pick this up, because we're going to be doing a lot of using the treasure charts and picking up money, so I want to make sure I've got the max amount that I can hold. Because if I've got 5k rupees, we're at that point, we're not going to need them anymore. So that being said, we're going to go west one more square. And then warp to Outset, and we'll just do our little tour of the perimeter of the ocean. Though really to be 2 half tours, because we're going to be going down the left line and then making like a reverse C shape on the right side here. I actually don't remember what this square is either. This might be one of the eye reefs, but I'm not 100% sure. Because that's Forsaken Fortress, obviously. Oh, this might be like the weird Star Island, maybe? Actually, yeah, I think it is Star Island. I think I got it right, somehow. It's really weird we can actually remember that, like, locations and stuff, because, like, the big ones are pretty obvious. Like, Outset, you know, Forsaken Fortress, whatever. Those are easy to remember. Was I actually right on that? Holy crap, it was. Wow. Okay, color me impressed. Or more surprised than anything. Alright, so if we bought more bait, we have 4 spaces for it, so that's 12, plus the 6 we already got, it's 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, away with you. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now would be the optimal time to buy bait, so let's go ahead and do that. And once that's taken care of, we don't have to worry about it again. I do actually know some people that like filling in the map, so I feel like it's probably not that fun to watch, but it's kind of cool to do. I like filling in more than I used to. Used to be a chore, because it's like, alright, I gotta get this filled in, and even though you don't have to, it makes locating things a million times easier. Beetle, my boy, how have you been? Your picture looks as angry as ever on the side of this as it ever did. I don't know why it looks so angry. Well, I mean, it's the shadow on the eyebrows, that's why it looks angry, but it's weird. It's not the beetle from Skyward Sword that'll, like, drop you into the ocean if you don't buy anything. Also, if you're wondering about the silver memberships, there's also gold and the platinum. In getting those, you just get a complimentary card, which you might be thinking, okay, that gets you like a free item, that's kind of not worth it. It's even more not worth it than you think. It's literally a card you give him and then he compliments you, not as in, like, you can buy an item for free. Don't need any more? Alright. Get me out of here. Still haven't used any of the Hyoi pairs, despite the fact that I bought them, like, at the beginning of the game. But they should get some use today, actually, so we'll have that to look forward to. Now time to go to one of my least, well, not one of my least, this is my least favorite island in the game. Actually, I don't think it's the corner one, I think it's one up from the corner one. It's either this or the one right above it. We will find out. This might... No, the flight control platform's top right, I'm pretty sure. I don't think this is flight control platform. I'm almost certain it's not. Let us find out. Without getting run into by those, I would appreciate that. Oh, this is the mini golf course. Actually, we might do this while we're here. Because this would not take long. But I need to get to the dude first. And I'll check and see if there's any treasure charts that I have to open that I don't currently have. And if there's no issue there, then we'll probably just go ahead and do this now. Because I know there's a treasure chart we can get here, and I think also a piece of heart, but I'm not sure if there's anything we can reel up right now. Is this Horseshoe Island? Yes, it is. There is a treasure chart we need to use here. There's actually two. His Knight's Crest. Oh, yeah, I need to do that too. I've got all the Knight's Crests for that as well. I need to remember to do that. I'm actually going to put that on my list right now, because I will probably forget otherwise. Okay. Now that I've got that put in, let me take a look at my treasure charts here. Horseshoe Island, correct? Yeah, I don't have one of those currently. So I'm not... Well, I could do the mini golf course, I guess. Lost my spot here. Where'd it go? Oh, there we are. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the actual minigame here. We're here, we might as well. So this is basically a mini golf course with the Deku Nuts and the Deku Leaf. It only lets you get so far by actually tossing the thing. And I believe on the first one you might, yeah, be able to just get it without even using the Deku Leaf. But then after that, they're probably not going to let you get so close. That might be off by a bit. Right around the edge. I would appreciate not getting attacked by that sea hat while I'm playing mini golf, thanks. There we go. Thankfully, it's pretty forgiving. Yeah, and on this one, they won't even let you get to the Deku Nut to throw it. You're just going to have to straight up get it from where it is. Alright, so here goes nothing. Hoo-yah! Nope, that's in the ocean. Well, that happened. Alright, so I need to hit it farther like that? No, that actually, like, sailed off quite a bit. Alright. Apparently this green has a curve that I was not aware of. That might do it, though. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. How did that dude get over there, by the way? It was apparently he was an expert in mini golf, but he didn't have a Deku Leaf to send the Deku Nuts flying. Oh well. Either way. Dude, what's up? I'm so glad I bought this kaleidoscope. Sadly, it looks like a regular telescope, but it's still a funny joke, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna have to change the wind here. To the northeast with you. Hey, is that the red star from, Totally is, yeah, the red star theory from Majora's Mask. I remember talking about that when I did the LP on it. About how the red star in that game was the aliens that attack the ranch. There's a star, if you look out in Termina Field, it's a red star, and it disappears at the exact same time the event happens at the ranch where you, defend it with Malin, or Romani in this case. From the aliens. Alright, so that's one of the 2 treasure charts we can get here. Let's go ahead and grab the other one as well. I actually don't remember what's in here. Oh, Mothulos, alright. Have to beat these, are you? Nope, didn't think so. Thank you for being nice enough to at least not subject me to that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of him now. Come on, spin attack. There you go. I don't remember the... That's odd. I didn't think those guys could drop gold feathers. Huh. Alright. If you say so. So let's knock that off the list. Yeah, so now that I've kind of noticed that, I figure if there's something we can actually do that will get me knocked into the water, which I'm glad now that I got the chart that was in the center first, because then I would have had to do that golf course again. If there's something we could do on the actual island that doesn't involve me, like, pulling treasure charts out, and, gosh, these guys are annoying. Doesn't involve me using a treasure chart of any kind. Like, I can find them, but I don't have to pull out the treasure charts, just something on the island. We may go ahead and just straight up do it right now. And that'll knock out some of this while we're filling in the map. Though likely most of these will be coming back to a second time, because a fair bit of them do have stuff. Yeah, this is the island that I hate. I'm not a fan of this place. We'll talk about why later, because we can, right now we can't even get onto the island, so don't even bother being like, oh, you should totally go for it. No, can't even get up there right now. The worst part is it's a required island to beat the game. There's a treasure chart in there that is required to get. Diamond Step Island. Ugh. Just looking at that name makes me ill. Yeah, and on top of that, the ghost ship can also show up here. That's not the issue, though. I actually like the ghost ship a lot. I wish it was utilized a bit more. It's one of the things I liked about Phantom Hourglass, that you got to see more of it. I'm sure if I went back and played Phantom Hourglass now, I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much, but I think it's more of like the graphics haven't aged well on the DS. I think it's more leaning towards that than any other issue. I remember playing it like a madman when it first came out, like, got all the gold ship parts and everything. So I'm hoping that one day when I go back and replay it, that it will actually be, you know, like, even if it's half as fun as I remember, then that's good enough for me. Alright, we might be able to do this right now. I think this is Needle Rock. Yes, it is. And yeah, there's something we can do here. Let me see if there's any other things. I know I could just Control F on the Word document and search that way, but you know what? Yeah, okay, there's only one thing we can do here, but let's go ahead and do it. I think there might be a blue chew somewhere around here as well. I'm pretty sure they're higher up. Yeah. If they were lower down, I'd probably try to steal the gold feathers off them, because I don't think we have enough. Yeah, we're still 4 short on getting that taken care of. Okay, I'm glad that doesn't freeze you when you bump into it now. Hey, there's one. Come here, you. Thanks. Appreciate that. Do you want something in return? Because I can give you something in return. Alright. That's cool. Yeah, it looks like that's about all we're going to get here. So, Let's use one of these. I've been saying we were planning on actually using one once in a blue moon, so let's go ahead and do it. Really, the key here is just like flying in a, not so much circle, but away from them and just constantly going up until you hit the top. Oh, I thought I had it there, man. Okay, that time I actually noticed I didn't have it, but that was because I didn't think I had enough clearance. Oh, I got it this time. Yeah, right in the center of that sucker. And now I'm going to leave the bird to die, because I really don't care. I guess I'm a bird murderer, or a birderer, if you prefer. Wait with you. Go ahead and grab that. And yes, the blue ones are electrified, same as the yellow ones. And all that for a piece of heart. One more and we'll have, I believe that's 9 hearts? Fabulous. Let's move on. This looks to be one of the eye reefs that we have not gotten to. I think this has got to be 2. I think we picked up all the rest. I think we got 1, 5, 6, and 4. It's either 3 or 2, but I'm pretty sure it's 2. Only one way to find out. By adventuring. And jumping in the boat. That's, you know, that's important too, I guess. And not paying any attention whatsoever to where I'm going. That's also a big part of it. Oh good, I didn't miss him. He actually was on the corner I didn't go to. That makes me feel slightly better. Jeez, that's like right on the corner of that tile too. I know they can't all be in the center, but that one was like almost on the one we just left. So this should be one of the eye reefs. No, that was 3, okay. There is one thing here, but it's using a treasure chart, so we're gonna skip that for now. Next. It was weird, it took a second for that to kick in. You know what, we haven't gotten one in a while, it's like right here. That feels a lot more natural than using the D-pad on getting those. I know it's just gonna be 50 rupees, but you know what? That one wasn't even like slightly out of the way. We ran straight over that sucker. So I'll take it. Give me that purple ruple. Fabulous. Yeah, I know there was another one there. I'll be nice and spare you from that. Oh, birds. I was like, what in the world was that noise? Getting a little concerned there. Oh, there he is. Do a lap around the island. Why not? I actually managed to get him from that far away. I wonder if they made it more lenient on where you could like throw the bait to get the fish's attention, since the fast sail is a thing in this game. One of the fairy islands. Yep. Yeah, dude, we've had that for a while. We may not actually be able to do this one yet. I think this might require an item we don't have. Yeah, it does. I just saw it. Alright, well, we can't do that then right now. That's a shame. There's the submarine dudes. We're just going to ignore them. If you see the other types of submarines, though, do check them, because they will have stuff for you. Namely in finding the bottle. But there's other stuff as well. So this has got to be the Two-Eye Reef then, because I'm pretty sure that's the only one left. Yeah, I'd really rather not run into those explosive barrels, thanks. I'm gonna have to take a hard pass on that one. Oh no, it's 4. Okay, apparently I don't know anything at all. Did you know that some of those rings only appear at night? Didn't think so. Well, yeah, but the ones that you actually can get with the treasure charts, those will always be there any time of day. And those are the important ones, so... So with that taken care of... The only thing we have left on the map is this little reverse C shape down here. So I'm going to go ahead and warp back to Outset. I could warp to Gale Island, but there's actually something outside I wanted to pick up that I completely forgot about. Actually, 2 things there that I completely forgot about. Do I hear 3? 3 things I completely forgot about? No, just 2. Alright. Well, that's good. Excuse you? Wasn't trying to do that. Ah, it's good to be home. I'm surprised no one's, like, outside, hanging out. The monsters are gone now. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's people hanging around out here. That makes me feel better. It's good to see the town's back to normal. So both things we want to do are actually in here, so that works out. Keep punching that shark. Sure, we'll start with this. This is a rather infamous challenge in Wind Waker for being time-consuming, kind of a pain. So, you need to try to hit him a certain amount of times before he hits you. You do actually want to use your shield a fair bit here. Or you can parry, either one works. As long as he doesn't hit you, then, or as long as he doesn't actually, you know, inflict the heart of damage, then you're fine. If he hit, you know, hits your shield, you're good. I'm gonna let him back off a little bit here. There we go. One of the unfortunate things you have to do is you kind of have to, like, you know, get him out of the corners occasionally because it makes things a little bit harder. So he asked us to try to hit him 100 times before he could hit us 3. And by no means is this a difficult task. Even the final task of this is not difficult, but it just takes forever. And the parry hits do count. I'll show one off here. Still count. And sometimes they do help you get better leverage against him, but they're a little bit more risky than just pressing R to shield. So I kind of prefer them for that reason. Wow, completely whiffed that shot. Nice job, Link. So at this point, we've obviously, you know, broken the 100 mark. But I'm gonna see if it'll actually, like, straight up let us go to what we need to go to without all the other hubbub. Kind of hoping it will. You can also, obviously, just straight up back up away from him if, or backflip away from him if he gets to, trying to attack you. Ow. Dude, alright, fine. Usually he doesn't attack that fast in a row. So he'll upgrade your quote-unquote status each time you do one of these. And it might be worth, if you're really tight on money, it might be worth doing each individual one in order to get the money for it. But there's probably faster ways to make money than this. And by probably, I mean there is. Just start picking up C charts and using them. So now he's going to say 300 times before he hits you 3. A lot of people prefer to use this method, where it's just the vertical slash over and over, rather than doing the full combo. While boring, it does work. Also, he'll do different types of attacks, horizontals, verticals, and then that one where he just kind of like bumps you like that. Any of those will count as a hit against you. Sorry, I was busy scratching my nose there. So if you hear the noise, I would recommend shielding or evading in some manner of fashion. Back away from this wall here. If you think, wow, this looks kind of boring and repetitive, you'd be right. Oh, that was close. Oh, for crying out loud, Link, you had that parry command. I'm going to start playing more careful now because I really don't want to mess up with over halfway done on the second one we have to do, because this is not the final one either. That's the word. I wish I could tell you it was, but I'd be lying if I was. I'm impressed your staff hasn't broken there due to your spear. Since it's made of wood, I feel like it probably would have gotten destroyed by now. Against, you know, the Master Sword. Times like these, I'm actually glad I kept the rumble on. Because without it, I probably would have already made a mistake. Or a third mistake, rather. The worst part about doing this, bar none, is having to constantly hold down the L button. If there's one point in the game, if you're one of those people that prefers to hold the button rather than just click it and have it stay there, this would be the one time I would recommend against that that option. I would recommend having it just be a target rather than hold for this section alone, if you do prefer that playstyle. No, he just straight up missed there. I'm gonna have you get a little bit closer here. There we go. Really thought I just messed up right there. One parry, just for good measure. Alright. Kick my ass. Here it is. Kick it. So you're a knight no more. Now he's a swordsman. I mean, I do prefer swordsmen to knights in a Fire Emblem, so I guess that's fair. And he gives you 100 rupees, which, you know, the first one seemed like it was a little fair, 50 rupees for 100 hits. Doubling that for 3 times the amount of hits, yeah, it's kind of a crap. But if you choose to fight him a third time, if you want to be a true master, you must hit me 500 times before I hit you thrice. Now this is the final, the challenge to beat in terms of items you'd want to pick up for doing this. Because there is a fourth challenge to this, which is to hit him 999 times. Technically it might be 1,000, I don't remember if he stops you at 999 or 1,000. Either way, it's basically 1,000. And if you do that, you get a very special prize, known throughout the lineage of Zelda for being the crap prize of doing one of the most tedious things, of a silver rupee, which is 200 rupees. This has been a pretty consistent thing in Zelda games. You see it with the Gold Skulltulas in Ocarina of Time, you see it with the Pose in Twilight Princess, and you got it here in Wind Waker as well with this little mini-game. Granted, this would still be less time than the 2 of those quests, but it's still not worth 200 rupees. I can grind that in Windfall using the pots way faster than I could doing 999 hits on this dude. A little bit of variety for now. Bring it. That's what I thought. Oh, for crying out loud, Link. All you do is parry. Link, what are you doing? Alright, fine. We're going back to the old school version of this. It's boring, it's slow, but at least it works. Dude, what are you doing? Get out from over there. trying to hide behind the chair, you coward. Keep forgetting you can block if the sword hits. I don't think you could do that in the regular Wind Waker game for the GameCube. I don't think you actually could block his strikes using an attack. I think you actually had to shield, evade, or parry. Which sucked, because it meant if you hit the button one too many times just getting into a good rhythm, well then you're screwed. I don't know what dictates his aggressiveness, by the way. I don't know if it's a certain time, certain amount of hits. Doesn't seem to be a certain amount of hits. Because I've had times where I'd hit him like 10 times before he struck back at me, and then other times where I'd hit him once and then he would strike back a second time. I'm not liking this camera angle thing going on here. There we go, that's better. Still gonna shield this, though. Oh, that was close. Get over here. Don't you hide behind that chair. Swordsmen don't hide behind chairs. Yep, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Alright, I get the picture. And the best part is, if you don't reach the required goal, do you get any, like, pity money? No. No, you don't. I think in this case, even if you did hit somewhere between 300 and 500, so, like, 467, I don't even think, like, you'll get the improvement, like he'll say you've improved, but I don't think you get any money amounts for it, which sucks. I do think he gets more aggressive once you hit the certain check marks for like his ranking system for you. So once you pass 100 and have hit like the page rank, he'll be a little bit more aggressive. 300 to knight, he'll be more aggressive. 500 to swordsman, he'll be more aggressive. Or you start at page, but then to knight, then to swordsman, then to true swordsman. But that could also just be player nervousness of, like, you're getting closer to the goal that you're trying to hit, and so you know, play a lot more carefully as a result. When you screw up and you're only, like, 50 hits in, it's whatever, but if you're, 3 hits away, then all of a sudden you're going to start caring a little bit more. That was close. Also, dude, you've got mushrooms growing in your floor. You should probably get rid of those. Like, I get the floor is basically made of dirt, and so it's kind of a nature background, but those probably aren't the best thing for your health to have those in here, especially if you're tempted to eat them. This is exciting gameplay, by the way. Don't get me wrong, I love the battle mechanics in Wind Waker. Whoever decided to come up with this idea of let's hit Orca 500 times? 500 plus times? I mean, why? Like, this is literally just a time waster in a game where you can sail on the open sea, and in your overall playthrough, you will spend literal hours doing that. Even with the warps, even with the swift sail. Like, the game is just, the way it naturally is, has filler in it from just that mechanic, so why would you stick more in, especially something this big? Unless they just really want to make your index finger hurt. Let's back up a little bit here. A little bit more. There you go. Also, some of those sword strikes were definitely not reaching yet, still counting as hits. Keep him on the shark here. It seems to be a little bit easier. It doesn't help that with the stabbing move, you're more liable to hit a corner by... The attack will still connect him, but it'll hit a wall. So as a result, you kind of lose some of that smoothness. There's 300, and I haven't gotten hit yet. It's the part where I knock on wood, but I'm already doing that when I'm hitting his stupid little spear thing. Seems to be about 5 hits is the average of what he'll allow before he strikes back at you. It's like I had some 3s in there, some 6s, fair bit of 5s. I wonder if it is like a set amount of DPS, like if he takes too much or too little damage at a certain point in time, that's when he'll attack. I'm sure somebody's actually done a study on that to figure out what exactly makes him decide to attack you. And then hopefully manipulated it to where you could, like, hit in a certain rhythm to where he would never actually attack you. Because that would make this slightly more bearable. It still wouldn't be fun, but, you know, be bearable. Alright, so we got about 100 hits left, so thankfully we're pretty close to being done here. But you can see now that I'm actually doing a successful attempt here, hopefully, unless I just screwed up in the last seconds, that it's not hard to do. Like, I was making dumb mistakes because I was getting greedy, but if you take your time, you can easily get the 1,000 hits and not take any hits, let alone 3. Alright, there's 50 left. You gotta wonder what his brother upstairs is thinking while this fight's going on. What are those two idiots doing down there? Like, his brother constantly complains about all the noise that Orca makes at the start of the game, because he's more of the intellectual type, and Orca's more of the fighting type, obviously. You know, he's weak to flying and all that good stuff. So I'm sure he probably doesn't appreciate this, but maybe he appreciates his brother a little bit more, due to the fact that monsters are appearing more frequently. So does anybody want to watch more of this and try to hit the 999? Yeah, I didn't think so. Hit my butt. Well, that was weird. He, like, froze while he was flying in midair and then just, like, all of a sudden was standing upright. So with that, you get a piece of heart. I feel like it should be a full heart container for having to do that. Crap. So the other thing you can do, which is thankfully infinitely faster than what we just did, is give him the Knight's Crests. Provided you're actually close enough to him. Why, that is a Knight's Crest! How many of those do you have? Humph. Then I suppose the time has come to speak to you about the crests. The Knight's Crest is a symbol of the courageous knight. Not just anyone can gather them. No, it is a soul who possesses not only power, but wisdom and courage as well. Well, I don't possess any of those, because I don't even have the Triforce of Courage. Any courageous soul who gathers 10 of these can learn a powerful new sword technique. Both my brother and I dreamt of learning this technique in our youth. We worked so hard to collect the crests. Let me guess, you found, like, 9, right? So, he will teach you the final sword skill, quote-unquote, of the game. I believe this is its debut, actually, as Wind Waker. Hold B to build up power, and then release it. It is the technique of the Hurricane Spin. It will also leave you dizzy afterwards, normally. Yeah, nice job there, He-Man. You have the power. Jeez, his face looks kind of weird in that shot. Do you use this a lot? No, but if you want to have it for a certain boss fight later, I'd recommend it. Very helpful. The joyful tears, they won't stop. Yeah, I'm sure they won't. Alright, let me knock those off my list. Well, thank you very much. And might I say, for having me do all that training, I think our truly just reward is to save the game, because the last thing I want is for the game to crash. That would be bad. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm on a bet I probably don't have that treasure chart, do I? No, I don't have it with me. Alright. 3, 6, 9, 12. What do we got for the map? 3, 6, 9, 10. We got 10 left. So that's some extra bait. I am actually going to grab another Hyoi pair. I think I've got enough, but in case I screw up, I'd like to have an extra 2. Because knowing me, I probably will screw up. This is me we're talking about here. And on the off chance that I accidentally, like, throw the bait in the water and do something stupid that I wasn't trying to. We'll grab one of these. And I think it might let me grab one more. I think I have space for one more. Yeah, there we go. Bye. Goodbye, Beetle. Aside from your little special shop, which doesn't count towards the reward system, I will never see you again. Unless I just desperately need bombs, but with 99, I sincerely doubt that will happen. But for now, we depart. It is during this time that we are going through these next 2 tiles, Headstone and 2 Reef, which we've already collected the things we need there for now. I'm going to pause and take a drink and ask how everybody else is doing. If there's anybody in chat. I know I have a lot of silent people that prefer to either just listen to my voice or just watch the game and not commentate, but if you feel so inclined, you know, I've got chat up here. But if not, that is more than fine with me. Remember, I did YouTube content for 8 years. I'm used to speaking to, quote-unquote, an invisible audience. You get used to it. That's one of the things I have to get used to in streaming, though, is dictating between streamer voice and Let's Play voice, because Let's Play voice, you're just explaining everything you're doing. And that's a lot easier to do in a game like Wind Waker where there is a lot of downtime. It's hard to believe this, even the remake of this game is like 6 years old. That absolutely blows my mind. I remember when this game came out new, which I know makes me sound old, because that would have been 2002. I would have been 7, and I wouldn't have, like, owned my own system by then, but I definitely would have, like, heard about this, and I would have definitely been, like, super into it, for sure. But I remember seeing, like, TV trailers for this game. Like, the part of Link pulling the Master Sword, the part of him doing sword training with Orca. I remember seeing that stuff. It was... Like, I know a lot of people don't like the cell shading, but it's always cool to see a game that you know is just, like, really gonna, not so much change your life, but it's something, like, you know once you play it, you're gonna look at games a completely different way than you used to. What this one's called. Angular Isles. Now I know we can get the piece of heart here. You can get this as early as, I believe, as soon as the game opens up the world to you, because you just need to be able to, like, do a block pushing puzzle. I don't think you need an item to get up here. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and do it now. If I can find a spot to disembark. This looks like it might be it. Yeah, here it is. We're just going to find the apt places to go. If you don't like doing complex pieces of heart mission, this would be the first one I'd recommend because of how simple this is. Oh, I forgot you were here. Oh, that's right. He's like in a constant state of being like that. Alright, boomerang bow. That'll work. Get out of here. Don't want him electrocuting me right after I turn around and pick up this piece of heart. Thanks, but no thanks. Collect 4 of them for a new heart container. Yeah, we'll get right on that. Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm assuming you need an item to get over there, and right now we can't do that, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let me take a quick look here. We do have it. Excellent. We do have the treasure map for this one. I don't know if it's going to show, because we are pretty close. Yeah. Oh, wow, we're actually very close. But you want to open up, if you've got it, and if you're following along, then you should have it at this point, treasure chart number 15. So I can do this in the right time. That might have been too slow. Let's try. No, I actually got it. Alright, cool. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do these now, but, you know, like, if they are right there and I have the map, I might as well do it. And that's all we need from here, I believe. And that's another piece of heart, so you can grab 2 here. Nice and easy. In the meantime, let's get away from the sharks, shall we? Save those for the Earthbound players. Now, I don't think playing the game actually gets you anything here, but I'm also fairly certain that there is something we can pick up here right now. But first, the map, if you please. I think this is literally just called, like, boating course. Very unimaginative name there. Actually, there may not be anything here we need to get. Oh no, yeah, there is something we want to get here. Not vital, but if you want to pick it up, you could. If it's your first time playing, I'd recommend grabbing it. I'm using ZR to make your bow jump. Well, have you? Of course, just going C to jump around would be real dumb if you ask me. Well, it's kind of funny. But yeah, that's also how you make sharp turns. I feel like whenever they made the game, they made it with the whole, like, jumping ability, thinking it would be funny, and then all of a sudden they're like, you know, we should probably actually add an application to this so people can justify when they're bouncing around out in the ocean. Alright, I'm gonna guess where we need to go is probably that other side, so in saying that, we've already got the wind going the right way. Let's fly. Yeah, that looks like the right spot to me. I don't want rupees, I'm looking for magic. Magic's kind of hard to come by at times. And the last thing I want is to need magic and then end up not having it, so... Alright, so this is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. So, the way this works is you need to hit those 3 switches, obviously. The problem is there are these mini blins, and they are endlessly spawning. They do not quit. And so the difficulty becomes basically trying to kill them all. That actually looked like it was almost going to hit without the targeting, which, while that would have been very amazing, it would have also been hilarious. Thankfully, you don't have to hit all 3 at the same time. I thought you did, but once I saw that one, it stayed. I guess you don't. Maybe I got lucky and there happened to be a pattern that I got correctly, but pattern or no pattern, that's what you need to do. Don't even bother getting the mini blend orbs unless you really need magic or something, because their rupee drops, their money drops are going to be crap. They don't have any special items, and they're just going to keep spawning infinitely. So this is one of the special charts along with like the Tingle chart, which tells you the way to Tingle's Island. And this one is a chart that will let you view submarines. So at this point we've got Tingle's chart, which it actually does show a couple of the Great Fairy locations, as well as where Windfall is, but you would have already known that. And then we have Beetle's chart, which shows you where Beetle is. The Rock Spire Island is the special one in case you're looking for it. And then, of course, the submarine chart as well. So I'll know where to look for them. And I believe that's all we need here. Yep, sure enough is. Alright, let's get out of here. Link, I thought you were not going to come back up to the surface there for a minute, bud. Onward to the corner. Again, I'm pretty sure it's the top right that's the flight control platform. I think this is something like... It's named after a constellation, I think. I think it's like the Archipelago Belt. Or Star Belt Archipelago. That might actually be it. Though I could also be wrong, because this doesn't look like it is. But one of these corner sections is dead. Well, no, this might be the Archipelago. Maybe. Oh, well, we'll find out in a second. First, let's jump. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to. I knew that was going to happen at some point or another. I am really bad, especially on Nintendo software, about getting the triggers and the bumpers mixed up, because I'm not used to them being there. I know the GameCube controller has a trigger, and it's the Z trigger, but, you know, it's only on one side, so of course it's easier to get. Alright, you. Tell me the name of this isle that I can't remember. Is it the Archipelago? No, it is not. It's 5-star Isle. Okay. There is something I need to get here. And let me make sure there's nothing else. No, just those two things it looks to be. Okay, can't do it here. So yeah, the ghost ship can show up here as well. That's not what we're here for, but it can show up here as well. We do have the treasure chart for that. Number 23. Hang on. I hit the wrong one. Let me do a quick bit of research, because the chart that I'm seeing here is definitely from Diamond Step Isle. I can tell because it's shaped like a diamond. Big surprise. I'd rather not use IGN, thanks. That's more for my own personal pride talking. $33. Alright, that was my mistake. I hit 23 instead of 33. Luckily, we also have 33, so I can grab that either way. Mobby. That one's on my head. That bird's gonna be right behind me, isn't he? I'm hearing two different sounds playing in the background here. I'm hearing like the "you got a thing," and then hearing like the "day just broke" sound at the same time. No, I'm not gonna deal. All right. The other thing I want to grab is southeast of this area. Presuming I didn't get this data wrong as well, and it looks like it didn't, thankfully, is one of the submarines we've not visited. So this is like very, very bottom right corner of the map. And we'll just leave that guy alone. He's just relaxing. Actually, you know what? Screw that. We're not going to leave him alone. I want to make sure I've got at least one joy pin in my inventory, solely so I know that what all the collectibles are. Hi. I just came here to steal that. You can go away now. I stole your prized possession. I'm leaving. Okay, thanks, bye. This doesn't look too bad. What's up, boys? Excuse, I'm trying to do the quick spin here, and it's not... Dude, even this bat I can't get away from. Alright, let's try this again. I haven't got to show that off yet. I think the bats might even be infinitely spawning. I'm not 100% sure about that, but if they are, then, maybe not. Didn't seem to spawn again. So just kind of your garden variety enemies. And hey, look, there's no chest in here. What? Oh. I see what you did, game. You made a spawn key in there because apparently somebody figured out how to trick their way into just getting across there and into the room and not having to fight the enemies. Which really, with all that effort, it's not that hard to fight the enemies. Either way, we get our heart refilled, and that is the first full row. Now there are more bats in here, so maybe the bats just aren't required to be defeated. Why would you need the thing of water? Is that just more for, like, aesthetics to show, like, you know, people on the ship need fresh drinking water? Well, if they're still alive, let's just shatter that hope along with the pot, shall we? Get back here. Fine, we'll do that too. I don't care. I will care if you knock me off of that thing, though. Then we're gonna have a problem. Alright. Next on the map, we sail north. Probably stick some more bait on that button before I instantly forget. I get the feeling it's going to be you. It is indeed. Alright, let's grab the fish before we start screwing around over there. Oh, you did it again. Now get over there and feed him the bait instead of jumping around in the air like an idiot. Seriously, man, you were doing so good about not doing that earlier in the game. But to be fair, I usually have to set X or Y rather than R, because early in the game, you don't have a lot of items. Now you got bombs, arrows, Deku Leaf, grappling hook, bunch of different stuff. Did you know about the Nintendo Gallery? Yeah, I don't give a crap about it. Thankfully, there's no required side questing there. Ugh. God, I can only imagine. Alright, so this is the Cliff Plateau Isles. There is a treasure chart we need to get here, and I think that might be it, actually. I'm not seeing anything for right now. Every single space in the game does have a treasure chest. Or a, treasure chest that you can get from a treasure chart. However, we just don't have the one for here right now. But this is where we can get one, so... Man, this would be like the perfect place to sleep. Yeah, you'd have to do a little bit of platforming and junk, but, you know, getting all the way up there and just being able to snooze, like, who's gonna bother you unless pirates see you on the island and start shooting you with a cannon? Nobody's gonna come after you. You could get through all this with, like, a picnic lunch? Oh, man. You'd be set. Actually, I believe there are 2 things you can get here. I mean, you could also fall, sure. Though, actually, one of these might just be a joy pendant, now that I'm thinking about it. I think one of them's just crap. Speaking of crap, remember these guys? Yeah, wait with you. Yeah, for as menacing as you look, you're sure not that hard to beat if you got the boomerang, huh? Yeah, I don't care about the Boko Baba Seed, but I'll pick it up, I guess. Thankfully, the boomerang can go through that for whatever reason. Yeah, that's fine. You can hang out over there. Alright, so as you can obviously see, there's a chest here, but it's completely blocked on all sides. You can't get to it. Actually, we may not be able to do the second half of this right now. Question mark? Well, let's go ahead and get the simple one out of the way first. This one's easy enough. You literally just hang on the ledge and drop, and there you go. You're good. There's the joy pendant. Yeah, I'm not sure we can do the second half of this right now, actually, to get up there. Because I don't think you can carry the, like, the lit Deku Sticks in here. Maybe you can't? What? You totally can. I didn't remember you could do that. Alright, if you say so. Whoa, that looks really weird. I would have put money on the fact that you couldn't have. Or you would have dropped it, like, if you went through a door. Well, or, you know, got hit by a plant because you weren't paying attention to what you were doing. Also, I'm not sure if the... No, there it is. I was supposed to say, I'm not sure if the Deku Sticks are just really generous in this game or what. But I was waiting for that to go out. I was hoping that by throwing it over the thing again, it would refreshify it. To no avail. Let's actually try to get this right now. Why don't we? Dude! Seriously? Knock it off! Like, you beat Champions Road in Mario 3D World. You can make this jump. It's not that hard. What? See, you did it. Now all we have to do is do it with the torch being lit. Speaking of lighting things, you need to cut back on the smoking, Link. Seriously. There you go. Now don't drop it. So we could swing it, but let's throw it. Alright, so that's that. So you might be thinking, okay, that's kind of a far jump. How do I get across that? Can't Deku Leaf it, can you? Totally can. Doesn't look like you can, though. And here we are. I guess somebody already beat us to our little secret picnicking spot. Well, looks like we'll have to find somewhere else after we steal this thing. But it is a treasure chart. And that takes care of Cliff Plateau Isles for now. Oh, hi! I didn't realize you were up here as well. Let's grab that. Hi! Thanks for the roops. I'm out. You can talk to those guys if you want. I know we've seen them a couple times, but that's not a quest we're going to do right now. I don't even think we can actually 100% complete that with the current items we have. Alright, back to the north. Preferably not getting hit by that shark. Dude, you did it again. You even looked down at the controller to figure out, okay, which button is it, and you still hit the wrong one. It's too far away? No, it was actually still counted. Alright. I'll accept it. Game probably shouldn't have, though. So which island be this? Bird's Peak Rock. Jeez. Could we get any more nouns in that? Bird Peak Rock. Alright. I don't think I have anything for that, actually. Yeah, I don't see anything for Bird's Peak. No, I don't see anything. Is there really nothing to pick up? Well, there's probably nothing to pick up here now, but later we'll come back. There's seriously nothing to get here? That strikes me as odd. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Something about that doesn't seem right. Unless this is just something you can get now that you're supposed to get way later, but I don't think you can get... I don't think this is one of the islands for it. Mr. Lube _ thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying Wind Waker and me stumbling around, wondering what it is might be able to pick up here. Other than 10 rupees, because apparently these dudes always drop 10 rupees if you've already stolen their chuja. Okay, that was weird. I didn't know there was going to be a fairy there, but whatever. More like a derriere. Jeez. Alright. Joy pair away. So I see the switches, I know that much, but I figured I would have put this on the list of things I could have done. Okay, seriously, how did you miss that? Seriously, dude. No more drugs. See, you hit that one just fine. guess there's one on every spot except for maybe the top one, but I'm gonna guess the top one probably has one as well. Game, I would like to see what I'm doing, please, and thank you. Yeah, there's one up there. I'm gonna go back down for the other one, though. Come here, you little... There we are. Alright, last one. Provided these birds don't eat me. I don't want them to eat me. I'm just an innocent seagull trying to steal their treasure. Or I guess I'm a liaison for stealing their treasure. We'll use a nice vocabulary word. Alright, we can leave that guy for dead. I don't care about him anymore. Yeah, the more I think about the... Oh, right, it's below me. Looking for the door and you passed it earlier. Jeez. Gotta pay attention, dude. Yeah, I had a feeling it might be this when I was realizing that, it might be... Not a place you're not supposed to go to yet, because obviously you can access it. As long as you have a Hioi pair, you can use it. I don't even think you need the grappling hook to, like, grapple up here, but... Every time you get into a room that looks like this, smash the pots. They usually have a decent amount of money. But if you do see a spot like this, at any point, we saw these in the Tower of the Gods as well, but play the Wind's Requiem. And if this is what I think it is, then I'll have to remember not to come back here later. Because I'm pretty dang sure I know what we're about to see. Yep, that's what I thought. You got a Triforce chart, you can't read it yourself, so you have to get it deciphered somewhere. This is one of the other things that Wind Waker is infamous for. In fact, I know several people that have not finished the game because of the Triforce charts, and that's, like, after you do that, you're, like, 90% done with the game. Like, you have one other dungeon to do, and it's just a rehash of all the boss fights. Not even a rehash, you just fight them again. But thankfully that has been fixed in this game, and it is not near the issue it once was, because, trust me, as somebody who has done that a couple times, it was an issue. It was really bad. Not a fan. But we'll deal with that later on. Speaking of things we'll deal with later on, we can't do anything at this spot. On the proper island, anyway. Hey, I got the button right. So I'm going to be assuming that this is probably Eastern Fairy Island. And I only see one thing I can do here. Oh, Thorn Fairy Island. Oh, okay. Well, let me take another look. Yeah, so this is talking about the Golden Feather. Keep it here for a second. Thorn Fairy Island. I was not expecting it to say Thorn. I was really expecting Eastern. So let me take another look through here. No, I don't see anything for Thorn Fairy Island. I think we might be good here. I know for a fact we can't get into the place, so... We got 4 more tiles left before the map's completely filled in, and we can stop having to do this stupid thing with the bait. Now we'll leave it there. Because it's more fun to see if I'll screw it up again, because knowing me, I probably will. I'm not sure what that... Oh, no, that's probably Dragon Roost. I was supposed to say, that's not Tower of the Gods, because that's Tower of the Gods. These giant pillars in the sky both kind of look similar. This is probably the Archipelago belt I was thinking of earlier. I was supposed to say, I just saw you a second ago. Okay, there's one. Oh, that's just Star Island, not Star Belt. Okay, yeah. It's like, might as well check, and while he's filling the map, see if that actually is the correct name, because if I'm wrong, then I'm looking for the wrong thing. There's another spot where the ghost ship can appear, of course. So there's two things here. Let's see if we can get both. I know we can do one for sure. Nope, we can't do that one right now. Alright. Then what's the other one? Oh, okay, I see. To the east of here, there is a platform. Not a submarine, a platform. I did get that correct. I also accidentally opened a tab on my computer. I wasn't trying to. Thankfully, these cans are horrible shots. And I've said this before, most of the platforms in Wind Waker are usually crap. You know, like, you'll beat the enemies, destroy the cannons, whatever, and they give you, like, 20 rupees or some other junk. So yeah, we're just gonna vault those dudes off. Well, most of that went in the ocean. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go and destroy the cannons, too, make sure that I don't miss anything here. Okay, they're just on every other shot. Making sure. I'm pretty sure it is just this chest, but the last thing I want to do about that is be wrong and have to come back through here. No supplies, I appreciate it. Oh, hey. Sure, I'll take that. Make absolutely certain. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just this chest here. Yeah, looks like it. Alright. But yes, this chest actually was important because it's got a piece of heart. Oh wait, no it doesn't. It's a treasure chart. Oh, it was a sea hat. I thought it was a thing that could drop a golden feather. Screw that. I don't care about the sea hat. I care about adventure. I'm surprised I was actually aimed the correct direction. I was honestly expecting to turn on the sail and realize I was going south. Alright, so we've got whatever this is in the flight control platform. There's a submarine here. I should probably go in there first. Because I guarantee you haven't been over this way. I mean, even if I ignore it, I'm probably just going to see it on my thing and just immediately turn right back around here. Oh, this is dark and I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be 10,000,000% bad. I can already tell you, I'm going to get the bow and the bombs and the boomerang ready for this. It's going to be like whiz ropes or some crap. It is going to be whiz ropes. Man. I hate these things. Anybody that ever had to fight these things in Zelda 1, you know the struggle. Now, choose I can deal with. Actually, I'd rather use the boomerang to stun them. Oh, there's more whiz ropes. And I get a feeling the shoes are just a distraction. I bet they re-summon more enemies. These freaking mini bloods, I always hated these enemies. There's one. Dude, does it look like I'm trying to target him? Okay, good. That dropped a lot. I really, honestly, and truly thought I was going to have to fight at least one more round of those guys. And I was not looking forward to that. You okay? You just, like, glitched through the wall there. Yeah, whatever. It's your life. You have fun with it. If you need me, I'll be over here stealing your treasure. I'm gonna guess this is probably a treasure chart. But I could be wrong. Let's find out. Watch it be something I'm not expecting at all. The platform chart. Now you can find the platforms out on the high seas. Okay. I don't know if I had that on my list. Did I have that? No, I didn't. Alright, well, I mean, it's not really required, so... we can all agree it's a thing that exists, and that's wonderful, and now we'll be on our merry way. I guess if you want 100%, yeah, you'd end up picking it up, but not the biggest deal in the world. I'll go ahead and take a look at it real quick. So yeah, it literally just shows all the platforms, like the one we were just on, getting the treasure chart, and how many of them there are in each area. Some have one, some have two, some have three. Most only have one, though. That was weird. Also, I was off by one. I thought the flight control platform was in the corner, and I suppose it was not. My bad. Because I'm quite sure this is the flight control platform based on what I'm seeing here. Am I correct? Yes. Big ones, little ones, you get the picture. Yeah, you know, it's almost like an island's usually made up of rocks on these. Yeah, I know what you're referencing there. Looks like just the one thing, and that's actually doing the minigame. Alright, cool. Whoa, whoa, where are you going? Where are you going there, Johnny? Now, in order to do this, you are going to need full magic meter. There's no way around it. You cannot do this with the starting one they give you with the Deku Leaf. Simply cannot be done. Also, you'll need rupees, but you probably could have guessed that. It's not a lot, though. So it's literally just fly as far as you can. For 10 rupees. Ow. That was my pointer finger on my left hand, by the way. Also, this is Waluigi as a Rito, in case you were curious. So in order to do this, you're obviously going to have to try to go past that goal line. So the first thing you're going to do, of course, you'd be surprised how many times people forget that, is to switch the wind direction to northwest, so you actually have the wind at your favor. Because trust me, you'll just barely make this, even if you do it perfectly. And then you jump. You are going to have to hit at least one of the gusts of wind. But when you take turns, take them very lightly. Like, don't make really sharp, heavy turns, because it will screw you over if you end up doing that. The good news is, I believe when doing this challenge, they automatically refill your magic meter when you start the challenge. I need that to pull me up, please. Thank you. That was close. So, even if you don't have full magic, they will give you the full magic. And thank goodness for that, because it'd be a pain otherwise. And we're good. I'm actually kind of impressed for myself that I got that in one try. Usually that'll take about 2 or 3 tries at least. Goal! Congratulations! Or congratulations. Your current record is 259. My eyes, they're unworthy. Dude, you literally can fly. I'm pretty sure you can fly farther than about 750 feet. But I guess since I, you know, can't actually fly, that would be impressive. And you get a piece of heart for your troubles. Let me knock that off the list. Fabulous. See you later, dude. You know what? I'm actually gonna do this again, and I'm gonna take the refill and just sacrifice the 10 rupees. Because that's worth getting my magic back, because if I need that, then, and I don't have it, I'm gonna be in trouble. Beautiful. We've done it. We've literally just walked right off the side. Actually, not even that. Walking off the side would have, in fact, gone farther. A whopping 0 yards! Fabulous. Where was your Skillo, champion? Nowhere. I just wanted my magic back, dude. 10 rupees for a full magic? Yeah, I'd say that's a fair trade. Out on the open sea where it's kind of hard to find. That is the right direction to go, Link. However, should probably get off of that corner. Speaking of corners, let's head to this one. I started at 6 and it's about 7 right now. I think we're going to go for roughly another half hour, give or take. I definitely will have the map done because this is the second to last spot I need to fill in. Since I find the fish. There he is. So the map will be done for sure, and then next time when I have to do side questing stuff, you're going to see a lot more warping than you have prior. Surprised we didn't run into any spots where I had to do the big octos. Because there are still some I need to get. There's one on Tingle Island, I remember that one. One on 7-Star Isles. Overlook Island. I don't think I have anything for that. Nope, nothing for that. So yeah, this is a spot where you would get another Triforce chart. If you see anything regarding the Triumph Forks, that is the Triforce. Or the fish's version of it, rather. But if they mention something about being able to get, like, a key to those on the island, that means you're going to be coming back to find a Triforce chart at some point. And most of them at this point, you're going to need one of the 2 items you'd find in the remaining 2 temples to even access that area. Just the one that I found, you didn't need that. Yeah, I know there's a low battery on that. I'm about to fix it. You'd think for such a big, bulky thing, the gamepad would have longer lasting battery life. And our final one is the 7-Star Isles, which there is an octo here, so I'm going to make sure I pick that up. Is there anything else? There's one other thing I saw. If you see seagulls flying around some seawaters, that's a sign you need to be wary, Fry. Seagulls flock to wherever big octos appear. Big octos, I tell you, those things don't mess around. That's all the info I've got. He is correct about that, and from where this one is, it is southwest of the island itself, so we're going to go this way. How convenient he tells you that on a space where the big octo is, or one of them is. Before we leave this spot, though... Sorry, I just completely lost my spot here. Treasure chart... We do have treasure chart 45, so let's grab that while we're here. And there it is. So you can see the light is much clearer. On the actual ones that you open up a treasure chart for rather than just the generic ones in the sea. The other ones we've been too close to see. Pun intended. Actually it wasn't. But we'll pretend it was. And that'll get you a silver rupee, which is worth 200. I think that's the first silver rupee we've actually gotten. Also, ow! That wasn't very nice. Yeah, there you go. You can see all the seagulls here. Looking for seagulls on spaces, assuming you don't want to use a guide, is probably the one time in the game where the telescope would actually come in handy. Also, these octos are going to have many more eyes, so be prepared to have to fight a little bit harder to get these guys taken down. We've already fought one that had 4 eyes, but we're going to start seeing ones with 8 and even 12 like this. Oops, I didn't want to hit the tentacle. It appears that within the age of the HD remastering, though, that this is, well, obviously easier to aim due to the targeting reticle that was not there in the initial game, but a little bit more lenient, it seems, as well. And that should be most of them. Should you fail to defeat one of these in the given time, because you are getting spun around in a whirlpool, it will send you, I believe, to a random location, so try not to do that. No, that's not what I want. I want this. Because the boomerang, while less powerful, is infinitely easier to hit your targets. Because you can get them even through the dude, and they don't miss and hit tentacles and whatnot. Takes 3 shots, but if you got one hit you have to make left, it's probably going to be easier to do this. Or 4 shots, apparently. Either that or one of them missed. And of course it will leave something behind for you. Not all of them are great fairies, it'll give you stuff like double magic. Right about there. No, don't pull out your Wind Waker. And for that, you are given a piece of heart. Which is nice, I appreciate the refill there. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to do this to namely show off the fact that we have in fact completed it, but we have picked up every single space on the map. All taken care of. So, with that being done, I think I'm going to just go in order now for what I have, because I'm going to assume since I procured it in that order that everything should be available in that order. Which means our first place to go is to Forest Haven. And that's actually not for a treasure chart in particular, it's something we need to pick up here. But if there's anything else at Forest Haven, which I see at least one other thing that we can get, then that will make my job a little bit easier. I believe it is just those 2 things. Do I have that treasure chart? I do have that treasure chart. Alright, we'll start with that then. Yeah, sure enough, you can see it right there. Yeah, that little tornado thing was a little in the way there, but whatever, we got it. And another piece of heart. One more for a full heart container. Which will hopefully have us realize that we're going the wrong way here. The other thing I need to get is gliding from the area that takes you to Forest Haven. Hi. Bye. Yeah, I could pick up the Bokobaba seeds if I cared. Problem is I don't. So I'll stick to ignoring them. Unless they just happen to be right there. Oh no, there's another one. Oh no, he's dead. Kind of weird that the Ataroks that you have to deflect the shots with the shield didn't respawn. I mean, they're pretty easy enemies, don't get me wrong. It's not like they would have provided a challenge, but it's weird that they don't respawn. Nice voice crack there. But it is weird that they don't respawn. Oh well, it's probably not important. Of course, at this point, if any of these shots are even remotely difficult for you to make, you can just use the Deku Leaf to adjust accordingly. That little entrance down there, by the way, that's where you would go to, that's where you'd go to turn in your Bokobaba seeds. There we go. Alright, let me take one more look at the spot we're supposed to go to. I'm pretty sure it's... Oh, maybe it might be up here. Let's have a look before we actually do anything. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, this is what you would normally glide over here. It's already been done because this is a subsequent playthrough, but there's a spot you can use a Hyoi pair to have a seagull hit a switch, and that's how you open the entrance to the Nintendo gallery down there. Wow, that's a lot of magic. And then you can glide down there and, of course, get it. But what I'm looking for... That's not the right direction. I'm watching the map, not myself here. No, I don't believe this is the right spot, unless that's... No, that's the switch you need to hit that's down there. You can barely see the corner of it. That little yellow mark that's on the bottom right, that's the switch you need to hit. I'm making a pretty much opposite jump of what I need here. But I bet I could just do this. I bet I could get away with doing this rather than having to go back through the entrance. We could just, like, hop down here and not lose our spot and fall. That would not be preferable. Yeah, that's the spot we need to go to right there, is southeast of here. I didn't leave in my notes about making sure that it was the entrance that would lead you to Forest Haven, but I did remember reading that, so I'm glad I did remember it. Because this is the only way you're getting out here. There's the entrance. And with that, we've got ourselves another treasure chart. Marvelous. Alright, let me take a look at the map and see where we have to go next. Oh, you can't use the D-pad in it? Well, that kind of sucks. Alright, fine, I'll use the stylus. Alright, that's pretty close to a warp. We can take that. As soon as I get back to Coral, otherwise known as King of Red Lions. See if I can actually make this swim back. I would probably go for another full hour, but I've also not eaten lunch, so... Or I had an early lunch, rather. It was about, like, 10:30, 11. So it's, you know, it's been like 10 hours since I've eaten, so I should probably do that pretty soon. Link, you can do it! Oh, there you go. Oh, sweet relief. 2 Hyoi pairs should be enough. Yeah, I'm going to say 2's enough, and hope that I didn't just make a mistake by doing that. Alright, let's get out of here. Next place is not an available warp, but it is right next to one. And that's Headstone Island. At this point, it's looking like most of the stuff we can pick up is not upgrades, in terms of, like, increasing your quiver, increasing whatever. So if you're looking for that thus far, I wouldn't worry about it. This is going to be primarily picking up treasure charts and picking up money. Not all of it, but most of it will be. There's some pieces of heart in there, obviously, as well. I think I did the math on it in the recording prior to this one, and I could have up to 13 hearts right now, if I remember correctly. I don't have... Oh, no, wait, no, never mind. I'm apparently not paying attention. This is the right place to go. I was thinking I needed to use Treasure Chart 14, but no, we're going to pick up Treasure Chart 14 in this submarine that's north of Headstone Island. Well, dude, I thought it was here. Yeah, there it is. Jeez, man, you need to get your eyes checked. I mean, I know it's been less than a year, but still, apparently you do. Yeah, this is just full of rats that like to throw bombs at you. This is not a bad spot to use the boomerang at all. Well, this is annoying. I'm getting hit, but I am doing damage to him, so... I got one of you. Stabbing motion seems to be good here and not accidentally hitting a wide area of effect. Ooh, 20 rupees. I'll take that. You okay over there? You were kind of spazzing out. Yeah, there's a few more. Where are you? That it? Yep, looks like it. Excellent. We actually didn't take too much damage considering how much of a gong show that was. I'm going to presume those were probably hearts, normally. But since we're playing in hero mode, in case you weren't aware, I do take double damage, and the only health restorations you get are from, like, potions and fairies. You will not find hearts in pots or anything like that. And also, I'm limiting myself to one fairy in a bottle maximum. Because you can't see my items, currently I have 2 of the 4 bottles. One has a fairy, the other has Granny's elixir soup, which has not been used yet. Alright, next thing is on the island itself. So we can't move that giant rock. We can get something here. I just have to remember where the switch is. Because I really don't remember it at all. All I have is that it is a piece of heart that is obtained by using the seagull. We'll grab that while we're here, I guess. Oh, that's easy enough. You literally just pick it up, cancel, and then once you cancel, it just gives it to you. I was expecting that to hit a switch or something. That was actually a lot easier than I expected. I am pleasantly surprised. Alright. Next on the agenda, we'll go back to my least favorite island. Or as close as we can get to it, which might be slightly faster to warp that one square, but you know what? It's fine. That's one of the few, like, non-important islands I know exactly where it is. I accidentally used the chart for this earlier, so it should come as no surprise that Diamond Step is our next location. Do we even get it down to... Yeah, we're going to at least have... I've been working with 2 pages, like 2 basically full pages of notes on stuff I didn't do, and by the time we're done in the next 20 minutes, then I should have at least one of those. I should have it down condensed to 1 page. So if anybody is in chat, recommendations for dinner. I'm not quite sure what I'm feeling. Oh, is there a big octo here? Alright, we'll do this too. I don't think this was in my notes. Or if it was, I didn't notice it. See, the only problem with using bombs to fight these dudes is they get, like, really... They flail around a lot. Also, these side ones are kind of hard to hit because the tentacles mess up the shot. That one just went through his body. Yeah, this looks like an 8-eye octo. Really, the 12 ones are the only ones that are going to give you any sense of difficulty. No, I did have it on here. It's northwest of the island, in case you're curious. There's nothing for beating all the big octos, by the way. It's just they each have their own individual reward. A lot of them are really good, though. The double magic's obviously phenomenal. Pieces of heart are good. In fact, I think this is actually the one that gives you the worst reward. Which is weird, because you think the one with the less eyes would give you the worst reward, but I guess they wanted to make sure people try to go for the double magic. This is 100 rupees. Just gonna take an estimated guess on this here. Hey, I got it right. Cool. There's no way to prove I didn't cheat and use the gamepad because you can't see that recording, but, you know. No ways of capturing that, but we got the main game. That's what's important. What's also important is we got another piece of art, so that's good. Get that off of the list. That's not the right one. And with that, we're down to 1 page of notes. Hooray! We still got some time here, though. Alright, let me take another look here. Using the stylus because it's a little bit easier. Alright, so it's there. So probably the fastest warp to take is going to be the one to Greatfish. Yeah, definitely. Greatfish will be the fastest. Into the sky. Hope Link doesn't get motion sick, because that would sure make me vomit profusely. I actually do like roller coasters a lot. The problem is I get altitude sick, mostly just from like a rapid change in altitude very quickly. So sometimes on plane rides, which is a shame because I also love flying. But as a result, I usually don't go on roller coasters that often. Like, they're fun, but I know for a fact I will definitely get sick. How nice this must be, just being able to cruise around. Like, the adventure side of you, or really just the side of you that loves exploring, would just love to be able to do this for like a day. Just be able to adventure out on the high seas. Like, the freedom that Link gets while being able to sail around on the sea by himself. That's the kind of freedom I get when driving. Especially if it's like to a convention or something that I actually enjoy doing and, you know, plan on heading to. Love it. Absolutely love it. Whoa, no. There you go. Alright, so you want to go to the platform that is east of the actual island itself, and there should be some turrets on here, and we're going to destroy these to get what we're looking for. But before we do that, let's get rid of some unwanted guests here. And steal whatever else they got. Red rupee, alright, that's nice. Get these out of the way here. It's not a complete waste of time to get those either, because they might end up having bombs or something else you can eat, and if you don't have the 99, then you might actually want to stop and consider picking them up. If you have the 30, I would definitely say do it. The 60 you could probably get away with, but 99, you know, you probably don't have to, but heaven forbid you somehow end up wasting 100 bombs. And that should be the last one. Sure enough, there we go. Piece of heart. Let me make sure there's nothing else on Stonewatcher Island. That would be a negatory. Now I'm looking for the next spot. I thought it was over here. It's right there. Okay, that's actually not too far away. We'll just sail there naturally. There's the spot. One of these days I will actually land in the boat and shatter Link's knees. There's a couple things here. I see two. We're already headed pretty much right for one of them. So now we're headed to Private Oasis, but there is also an Octo on this, on the spot. And there's actually a treasure chart here too. I didn't even see that one, which we can get. I'll go and open that now. Oh, hey Beetle, how's it going? I'll come find you later. That looks like the seagulls. It's easier to spot them at nighttime because they're, you know, typically white seagulls. So during the day, it's a little hard to notice them. I'm actually impressed they let me get away with that shot. I thought I fired it too late and it was going to get blocked. Okay, I'm not sure where that bomb went, but I hope it finds whatever it's looking for. And that's the end for you. It's funny, it looks like it has like a really bad frowny face whenever it gets destroyed. It's frowning because it knows it's been defeated. And now its soul is mine, and by its soul I mean whatever it dropped. Right there. Private Oasis. Should be 100 rupees. Yep. Sure enough. Your face is beaming. I think it's time to jump for joy is the 200 silver rupee. We've already seen it, but I wasn't paying attention to the text of it. Right there. And this is Treasure Chart 1, to reiterate. Namely, for people watching this in the future, if you ever use it for an LP, I don't know why you would, but if you wanted to. 200 rupees! Yep, there's the It's Time to Jump for Joy. Alright, one last thing we need to get here. So I don't think we've actually set foot on the island, even though it is ours now. If you try to come here earlier and you don't have the 20 pendants and haven't gotten the deed, the cabana deed from the lady, then the butler won't let you in. Who's actually the door of the cabana up there. But that's not what we're here for right now. Once he realizes you're the owner, though, he acts all, you know, super nice to you. Yeah, I didn't remember if you could make that jump naturally if you needed the leaf. Looks like you need the leaf. Barely, but you need the leaf. Let's try that again, once more with feeling. Thought there was a, No, guess not. I was gonna say, I thought one of the blue chews was here. Maybe he's somewhere else in the area, or on the aisle. And that'll get you treasure charge 27. And I think we've got time for one more island. And we can warp straight there, so you know what, let's go and do it. We might actually have time for two. I feel bad for those chairs. No one ever uses them. You can't actually like proper sit in them. You can get up there, but like you can't actually sit in them or anything. Like this one's actually a little bit more protected from the rain. But, you know, these two are just out here always getting rained on and everything else, and they never get to get used. At least not both of them at the same time. That's kind of one of the things I'd hope would happen in the post-game is, since it is Link's, you know, cabana or private oasis, that he'd be able to take his grandmother and his sister here. So there's only one thing we can do here for right now, and that is... I did not write down the direction of where the seagulls were, because there's a big octo. You know what? Let's go and do it. Let's use the telescope. Alright, that's just straight up rude. That way. Go away, you. Stupid shark is such a pain. Alright, you know what? You can kill these things. I haven't been doing so, but you can get rid of them. Get out of here. Oh, they actually give you the money now. I didn't realize that. I had completely forgotten. It used to be if they drop stuff, they like drop it in the ocean and whatnot, and you'd have to use the boomerang to pick it up. And then include the little ball things that they can drop sometimes, and so as a result... you'd often hit the thing, and then you'd have to try to pick up what you could with the boomerang, but usually there wasn't enough time to do that. That's super cool that they actually did that. Also, I'm switching it to day because it's going to be really hard to see during the nighttime in this case because it's raining. If it was just a straight up nighttime, it'd probably be easier. But because of the rain effects, I'm going to kick it back over to daytime. Is there another one? Are you serious? Get lost. I know I did spot the seagulls. They're like on the other side of the island, but I don't think I saw them there. Was it this direction? Yeah, now I see him. Alright, so it's north of Tingle Island, in case anyone was curious. Jeez, I feel like I've been fighting your brothers a lot lately, Mr. Octo. I almost feel like firing randomly and kind of just knowing that you're semi-near your target might be more useful than anything on these ones with a lot of eyes. If they quit wobbling around so much, like even after they've taken the stun damage, they just wobble everywhere. Alright, there we go. There's that half. I think I missed 2 on this side. Actually, no, it's just that one. Alright, cool. That works. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I don't do that. Dude, seriously, get rid of the thing. I want to cruise a little bit further. Right there. Drop it. And that'll give us another piece of heart. Collect one more and we'll have 12 hearts. Though, that will do it for tonight. Namely because I need food and I'm getting pretty dang hungry here. So, with that being said, we will continue this next week. The schedule as it stands is, I believe, and I'm pulling it up shortly, is on, of course on Discord. If you've followed me on here tonight or would like to follow me on Discord, that link has obviously been on screen for quite some time. You can check the schedule there as needed. Schedule for the rest of the week is we'll be doing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on Friday, continuation of that rather, and we'll be starting a new project on Sunday where one of my friends plays Super Mario Galaxy. I've had her play games that I feel that she would enjoy, such as her Walking Dead playthrough. She's played through the other 2 seasons, but we actually streamed the 3rd season and finished it pretty recently, so you can check out the archive page on that. And beyond that, well, I just kind of want to see her fail on a platforming game, because I'm pretty big on the Mario platforming games. Anybody who's watched my stuff knows that. And so I figured probably best to not start her off with 64, and I would never start anybody with Mario Sunshine. So the Galaxy games feel like a pretty decent start. Plus, Super Mario Galaxy 1 is one of my favorite games of all time, and probably the best all-round game in my top 5 in terms of just everything about it. So hopefully you'll be able to join me for one of those. Pokemon XD will be at 6 o'clock Central Time on Friday, and Super Mario Galaxy will start at 6:30 Central Time on Saturday. Aside from that, this has been Delta Violet, aka Pit Marth Roy. Thank you all very much for watching. On the archive channel, I did update that recently. I still need to put the second video for Pokemon XD up. I will probably do that right after I figure out food. And I will see you all in the next one. Later. Also, for whatever reason, chat wasn't appearing on my screen. It could have been that no one was there. But if chat wasn't appearing on my screen, I'm not sure why it did that. So if it felt like I was ignoring you, I was not doing that on purpose. That means the chat actually is genuinely not working for whatever reason on that. But I could also be mistaken on that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll hope to see you on Friday for Pokemon XD. Later.